Hi, I'm Steven the Pet Man from Big Apple Pet Supply. I'm going to talk to you today about the Zoomed Brooder Domes, Rooter Fixtures, and sometimes people refer to them as clamp lamps. So we get a ton of questions from customers about what do I put in what? Well, we're going to talk about what you can use in these different domes and what you might like to use as far as heating or lighting. These serve a lot of purposes, and it's one of our most commonly utilized products for heating or lighting reptile enclosures. So let's get started on the 10-inch Brooder fixture, which is actually one of the most popular fixtures we sell at Big Apple Pet Supply. So what can you put in here? Well, almost anything. But what you need to find out is whether you are going to be hanging it with the clip that comes with it and easily installs on the top, or whether you want to place it on top of a screen, which is what many of our customers do. So if you want to place it on top of a screen, you'll want to use basking spots that are 100 watts or smaller because they will fit very nicely into the dome and still allow you to place it flat. So that will work. However, if you're using something like 150 watt, you will find that once you install it, you will have to hang this above. You'll have to use either a clamp, which comes with it, or a hook. And use a lamp stand. But this will not work because look what happens. We are literally going to have that bulb touching the metal screen, and you cannot have that. So the 10-inch will work with a lot of things, but once you go into 150 size, you really need to think about using the Zoomed Extra Deep Dome, which is a different dome on our website, and there's a video on that already. So what else can you put in here? Ceramic heat emitters, daylight blue bulbs, nightlight red bulbs. They'll all work perfectly in these 10-inch. And again, even our biggest ceramic emitters will work, and they will be above the screen, so you can put this flat on top of a screen. So that's fine to use. However, as we'll note here, that you cannot use a 5.5-inch for anything but a 40, a 60, 100 watt. So we're going to take a quick look at the 5.5 and what you can do. So 40s, 60s, 100 watt, daylight blue, nightlight red. But you can't use a Big Apple ceramic because it's simply too big. But you can use a Zoomed brand ceramic. Same thing with an Exoterra ceramic. As long as it's got this smaller face, you can go up to 100 watt, and there we go. So we're fine in here. It will lay flat. It's fine to put it on top of a screen. No problem with that. So again, there are limitations with these, but as long as you're putting in the correct bulbs, you'll have no problem. This we like to go up to a 150. This we like to max out at 100 watts. So that's the manufacturer recommendations. I just showed you the type of bulbs that will go in there. I'm going to make quick mention. Not only do we carry the Brooder fixtures in the 10 and the 5.5, but we also carry the one with the dimmer. Now what does the dimmer do? It simply allows you to dim down. Now this is a manual dimmer. So what it allows is simply for you to, let's take a quick look at this dimmer. So in here is actually the dimmer. And what does this do? Why don't we find out what it does? Let's go ahead and take a quick look at exactly what this does. We'll plug in a 150. And let's take a quick look here. So let's say you have a cage and this 150 watt is a little too hot. One moment here while I screw this in. There we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and switch it on. This is full bright, but now if we slowly turn this down, we can dim down the wattage of this bulb. Now what does that do? It actually decreases the temperature that this bulb gives off. So it's a nice feature. If you're not going to use a thermostat with your dome, which we really recommend that you get a BH1000 or similar thermostat and go ahead and utilize a thermostat with your heating. But if you don't and you simply want to dim down, you can any amount. Now you will have to check the temperature as you begin to dim. So you might dim the bulb, wait 10 minutes, see what your thermometer reads, and then you can do small adjustments to see what happens inside your enclosure. So that's the nice thing about these, is that they do have a built-in dimmer. And again, this is the dimmable clamp lamp that's in our fixtures section of our website under Reptile Supplies. I didn't mention one thing before, and I'll come back to it. Each one of these has a nice switch, an inline switch to shut your dome on and off. This one comes with the dimmer built in. This one comes with the on-off switch built right in. So that's a nice feature. So I think I've gone over all the heating and lighting that can go inside these different domes. However, if you have questions, feel free to email us or call us. That's what we're here for, and we'll be happy to help you get the right bulb and fixture to heat or light your reptile enclosure. I'm Stephen the Pet Man from Big Apple Pet Supply, and I thank you for watching.